Today is a really great day here in the town of Hempstead, and I'm so honored and happy to be with so many of my fellow officials that work with me at the Town of Hempstead government. When I and the Supervisor Guild, when we ran for office, we told people that we wanted to make town government as accessible and inclusive as possible. So to that end, I took that promise very seriously. Because since I'm of Spanish descent, and I speak fluent Spanish, I thought the best way that I can contribute would be to do things that would help and make government more accessible to our Spanish-speaking community. This animal shelter, there's a lot of good things that we can do here, and a first step I thought, and I think it's long overdue, was to be able to translate these documents into Spanish, because a lot of people, I recently adopted 2 kittens from here, and I couldn't believe how many Spanish-speaking people I saw, how many little children with their parents who didn't really speak English too well, and they were trying to translate for their parents. So, I think that this is a great initiative.
This really is about how can we best treat the animals, and if we can encourage adoption by reaching out to more Spanish people in the town of Hempstead, that's a good day for the animals, and it's a good day for the residents of the town of Hempstead. I have a very large Spanish-speaking population in my district. We need to embrace this population and help them work with government and offer them all the resources that we all enjoy.
I have spoken to children, I go to the schools, and I know how much they care for animals. So many of them come and they bring their parents, as you said, and they speak to translate for them. So to have them come themselves and to see it in writing in their own language is really a plus.
At the very essence of the animal shelter, besides all of the great programs and things that we try to accomplish, I think the very basis is to provide homes for cats and dogs who need them, and to find a place where they're loved and cared for. And that shouldn't matter whether someone speaks English or Spanish or speaks a different language.
My neighbors in Levittown and East Meadow, they try to adopt a dog, and they say it's very rough. I mean, not rough, woof, woof, that kind of rough. It's rough because the paperwork is difficult. So this is going to make that paperwork less difficult for those that want to adopt a pet.
The idea of listening to our friends, you have an idea, Sylvia came up with one, we work on it. We did a wonderful presentation for taxes. That spurred comments from our friends in the animal community who are saying, hey, how about translating more? It's about working together and listening to people. That's what it comes down to.
This also helps the hardworking staff who sometimes face a language barrier, and that interferes with getting adoptions completed or intaking animals that really need their care. But this can really help animals get adopted. It can also encourage volunteers, and it can also encourage fostering. So good communication is everything, and I love what I'm seeing, this bipartisan effort, and just standing behind me right now, united, we stand.
And this is not only about adoptions, but this is about saving lives. And as long as the communication is there and barriers are broken and we all work together and speak the same language, we will save their lives.
It's really such a pleasure to work with everyone here that's standing with me. I love working in a bipartisan way. I think it's so many great things can get accomplished. And again, I made a promise to, since I speak Spanish, to reach out to the Spanish-speaking community. So I want to thank all the council people here who have helped make me keeping my promise really quite simple.